Can you travel with a damaged passport? What you need to know in 2025. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Morii and Sam Go Global YouTube channel. My name is Morii, and in this video, I quickly want to go over if you can travel with a damaged passport and what all you need to know in 2025. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. This channel is designed to talk all things about being a digital nomad, how you can be one. We go over passports, travel itinerary, becoming a digital nomad, things like that. So if you like content like that, be sure to subscribe and be sure to check out our passport prep checklist. And with that being said, let's go ahead and answer this question for you. So your passport is more than just a travel document. It's your identity, your permission slip, a ticket to the world. So what happens if it's been torn, wet, or just worn out as far as the covers, the pages? Can you still travel with a damaged passport is the question. So let's break it down clearly so you don't get stopped at the gate or denied entry at your destination. All right. So first question I want to answer is what counts as a damaged passport? So a damaged passport isn't just one, hold on, moving my laptop. So a damaged passport isn't just one with a tiny scratch. It refers to as anything that may make the document unreadable, unverifiable, and altered. Okay, or altered. So here's some examples that I have. We have torn pages, water or liquid stains, faded or smudged photos, loose or detached cover, ripped binding or missing pages, or obvious signs of it being tampered with. Okay? So, even if it looks mostly fine to you, a immigration officer might view it differently and their judgment is final. So whatever they say is final. So a pro tip here is if your passport is even slightly questionable, it's better to play it safe and renew it before traveling. So, can you fly domestically with a damaged passport? If you're flying within the US, your passport isn't even required. Just a valid real ID or a driver's license. So yes, you can technically travel board, or you can travel broad, or board a domestic flight with a damaged passport, but you shouldn't rely on it as your only form of ID if it's in poor condition. Okay? Next, can you travel internationally with a damaged passport? Usually it's no. Hold on. Yes, okay. Usually it's no, okay? And this is because international travel requires your passport to be in good condition, reliable by both human and machine, and even if your airline allows you to board, immigration officers in your destination can deny interest, send you back, fine you, and flag your documents as suspicious. So this is especially strict in countries with tight border control. That's like Japan, Australia, the UK, and for most of Europe. So what happens at the airport if your passport is damaged? So here's what you risk. Number one, airline check-in refusals. They might not even let you board your outbound flight. Number two, immigration issues. They can deny you entry or deportation or extra screening. And then number three, the trip delays. You may be forced to cancel or rebook your trip. So good tip here is airlines are held responsible if a passenger is sent with a invalid passport, so they have every reason to be strict. Okay, what to do if your passport is damaged? So, if you notice that your passport is damaged before you travel, you can renew your passport. Well, I suggest renewing your passport ASAP, as soon as possible. You can do this by filling out the form, the DS-82, if you're eligible. And then you can, number 2, expedite it if your trip is less than 6 weeks or if it's within 6 weeks. And then number 3, you can visit a passport agency if your travel is within 14 days. So if you are already abroad and your passport gets damaged, what you would need to do is go to your nearest U.S. embassy or your consulate, or you can request an emergency passport, which is valid for a limited time travel. You would also need to bring your ID and travel documents and be prepared to wait, okay? So, when it comes to my final answer, can you travel with a damaged passport? In most cases, it's no, not safely at least. So even if you have minor damage, this can result in delays, denials, or worse. So if you are in doubt, then I suggest getting it renewed early, so that way you can avoid risking your trip altogether. Okay? So with that being said, I do have my recommended tools that Sam and I use, from the Amazon travel gear with the waterproof passport covers to our recommended visa tool that we use, as well as the passport photo online. Although we did take our passport photo at Walgreens, we still have a recommended passport photo online if you just want to do it your own. So with that being said, when it comes to traveling, just make sure that you're always prepared. And if you notice that your passport is damaged, you need to do the necessary steps that I named. Just depending on your situation, do the necessary steps that I talked about in this video, and you should be good to go. Again, if you found content like this helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, have a good day. Peace.